What's up, guys? I'm just Sad Eyes, and welcome to day 3 of letting you guys know my thoughts on working a 9 to 5 for the first time in business. So, if you enjoy or you go on to enjoy this video, then subscribing to the channel would mean a lot. And I guess today's main topic is going to be coworkers are weird. And I want to leave off to what I was talking about yesterday, where basically I was just starting out, and today's main task was mostly scanning files again. So just kind of building off of the things that I did yesterday. So yesterday I was just starting to understand how scanning files work, getting them into my computer, and so on. So today I was just doing that. So from 9 all the way until 5, I was just scanning files, and it actually takes a little bit longer than you think. I think I have to go through like 100 something of those, and it's like per box, so each box has like a different amount. So yeah, it's a lot of scanning, and it's not hard, to be honest. I actually enjoy it. It's just putting it in, sending it to the email, and just storing it online, and in the folders. And I mean that's as much as I can say without getting into more details and stuff. But that actually just covers like the main thing. So my thoughts on that. Excuse me. Yeah, it's easy. I enjoy it. Oh, actually, yeah. Towards the end of the day, I think around 4 p.m., my supervisor, manager person, I think manager, was just like checking my work on the computer, and she noticed that there were some files that were not opening correctly. So they were all stored in the PDF format, but basically some of them, when I opened it up, it just had a message that said this file cannot be opened. So it wasn't like an error or the file was corrupted or anything. All the message said was that this file cannot be opened. So it didn't provide a specific reason. And basically she said, go over all of them again, resave it. And that did take some time. It took up the rest of the 2 hours until 5, and I didn't get to finish it. So I'll have to finish that for tomorrow. But yeah, I guess this counts as like my first little mistake on the job, because what I was assuming that I was doing was just putting it in, putting it out, and it just seems like it was a pretty fast process. I want to not like go slower, but just like maybe take my time with it. But overall, it was like a pretty fast pace, I would say. And then without double checking, I didn't realize that this was a mistake, because I just assumed that when I saved as a PDF that everything would be okay, but then this unexpected error occurred. So I guess the key takeaway is just to double check your work and to not assume that things are always good. So just double check. And so that's what I did. It was a little bit annoying because I have to go back and forth between the email and then checking the file. But then once you modify the file, because I replaced it with the same name, because there was nothing about the file that was wrong, it just couldn't open. So I would just save as, and then it would just be a little bit hard to track, because it would go from like time and then date, and I would have to match the time with the email so that it's the same and that I don't mix it up, because essentially it takes time to scan it and then like send it through the email, so it has to like match up, right? But then once you modify it, the time would then be the most recent time. So if I scan a file at 12 o'clock and then I modified it, it would then show up as 3 o'clock. So then I would have to go back and forth, and that did take some time, and then I would have to find like specific names and whatnot. So it just took a lot of time to just like cross check and then go back and forth. But that's basically it. And I want to move on to now talking about coworkers. So today I ate lunch in the lunchroom, and the coworkers were there. We were all chatting, just talking about overall job prospects. Didn't really go into personal life, which I guess makes sense. And and now that and now that and now that I think about it, because I'm the new guy, and I get it, right? If you're a new guy on the job, people aren't really gonna, pay too much attention to you because they're already kind of in their own social dynamics, even in a workplace. So they kind of already know who to like hang out with. Everybody has kind of like their own time because lunch isn't like set specifically, and because not everyone can break at the same time, some of us breaks a little earlier, so right at 12 o'clock, where some other of us takes it maybe at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. But that's up to the person, and you kind of make your own break time from there. And essentially, some of the coworkers are not weird, but again, it just feels like maybe high school or just uni all over again, where you're just kind of trying to like fit in, I guess, like fit into whatever social circle, social dynamic that they already have set up, because they already have kind of like their own history, their own kind of slang, they already kind of get to know each other. But honestly, inside my heart, I didn't really care. I was more so focused on just doing my job, doing a good job, not getting fired, and just rather than like paying like attention and putting my energy into what they're doing or what they're talking. It's not like they're talking crap behind my back. I'm not even worried about that. It's just they're doing, they're talking about their own things. They have their inside. I don't even know if it's inside jokes, but obviously they talk about their own things. I'm not really like in their group or whatever, but if I do continue working on, I know that I'm gonna be like within the group or whatever. But honestly, even right now, I'm fine with just like eating lunch alone or just having some alone time, because although it is nice to like get to know them, I know that in the future it would probably get annoying, and that some of us would probably prefer to just eat alone because it is your break. And sometimes you just want to get away from people and just spend some time alone, recover some of your social battery. Some people, they get energy from that, and I definitely want to get to know them first. I'm not gonna lie, but I also feel like the more of life that I experience, and the more that I just go through life, the more I'm starting to kind of care less about like them as a person, and just care more about just saving my own energy and just providing my energy to things that actually kind of matter, instead of these daily routine kind of NPC kind of matrixy things. Essentially, you don't want to waste your energy and to just waste your time on things that don't really matter to you. I'm not saying that my coworkers don't matter to me. Of course, you want to maintain a good relationship, but as of right now, I just want to get to know them on kind of like a surface level, and then maybe a little deeper. But just I want to get to know them, like, hey, like how long you been working here for, and just some like what do you think of work, all the basic crap. But yeah, honestly, I think like before I probably would have felt like a little envious or maybe like a little jealous that like I wasn't into like the work culture, like the social aspect of it. But again, I think it comes with growing up and just going through different life experiences, potentially consequences, and just realizing that yeah, you kind of do develop like this I don't care attitude, and in this attitude where it's like you just kind of want to focus on yourself and build yourself up, and then worry about these things later, like girlfriends or having like a good friend. Of course, it's good to have friends. I'm just saying there's a difference between coworker friends and actually friends. I know that they probably like went out to eat lunch before, or had like I guess team dinners or like team parties or stuff. So maybe I'm excited to go. I mean, I don't even know if they're hosting one, but yeah, coworkers are a little weird thing to manage, but I think I'm getting through. And again, these videos are just mostly for myself, but if I can help anyone else out as well, I would appreciate that, because in this attention starving economy, everybody is TikTok brain, everybody is just short sighted. So again, if you've stayed this long, I do appreciate you. Those are my overall thoughts on day 3. And honestly, I could speak on this for probably like another 20-30 minutes, but this video has already gone on long enough. I wanted to make these videos around 8 minutes long, but already it's over 10 minutes, but it is what it is. And I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. And again, I could be talking about this for like probably up to 30 minutes, going into like detail and every single thing and every single thoughts that I had, but I think I captured enough of how I feel right now. That is enough, because whereas before I would just leave this off and just forget about it, whereas right now I'm still trying to capture how I feel right now in the current moment, so that I can make this into something and then look back and be like, man, you know what, I'm happy I did this, even though I was tired in the moment and that I really wanted to go to sleep. It's like, nope, I dragged my ass out here and I sat down here and I recorded this and just recorded my thoughts authentically as they are in the present moment, so that I can look back and be like, yep, this is who I was. This is the state of mind I was. This is the mindset that I was at back in January 2026. So, yeah, that's about it. And subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.